Hi, I'm Peter Haddock and we're here at the National Highways Test Area and we're actually with Shane Gwilt. Shane, you're an expert in ground penetrating radar, and also Shane, what I've got here is a personal alert device. This is going to hopefully alert me when I come into a zone where I'm not supposed to be in. But the fundamentals of this machine, the Stream C from Leica Geosystems, is that we're able to penetrate the ground beneath us, aren't we? Yeah. How does it work?
So the Stream C system is a compact array GPR containing 34 antennas in both HH and VV orientation, meaning we only need to push it in one direction, and we're collecting GPR data. We're collecting GPR data the width of the antenna itself, which is about 1 meter wide, and we're going down to a penetration depth of about 1.5 to 2 meters here, and we're collecting reflections from buried objects, be they pipes, cables, voids, changes in soil properties and those sorts of things.
So fundamentally this is what we need to do when we're looking at surveying an area that we're going to have a road on. So you might have utilities, we might have a big repair job to do, and there might be a reason for that repair job because of the ground underneath has been destabilised perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. So a GPR is one of our detection tools, along with electromagnetic locators and those sorts of things that we need to utilise to best find whatever's buried underneath the ground.
I've got to stop here. I've got some flashing lights. I've gone amber, folks. I don't know why I've gone amber. It's an alert. It's a personal alert device, and we must be getting close, Shane. So let's carry on, because whoa, hold on. I'm literally just come into the zone. Can you hear that, folks? I'm going to put that next to the mic. I'm literally getting an audible and a vibrating signal here from the personal alert device. Shane, that's because we've come into the Leica Geosystem red zone here. Yeah. And let's leave the Stream C for a moment, and we can see here right now here, if you come closer, you can actually see that this is a machine, and this is why this device is going crazy, because I'm in this collision zone, and behind me you'll actually see that machine here is going yellow and it's going into collision zone mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this to Shane, because Shane's going to take this away from me for a minute. What's really important there is two things, folks. This is a Leica Geosystems tablet that goes into machines. So fundamentally that's sitting in a 3D machine control machine, and now it has the ability for us to put a personal alert device on me if I go close to it. So not only have we just kept ourselves safe there because we've actually been doing some work where we've been looking at an object. You could have seen people that have got other things to do around site. We got too close to the machine. What we haven't done is put another system into the machine with another screen, so that actually we have to look around and where's that coming from? The operator can see us there, and it works together. This is really important, that all of this kit works together, doesn't it?
Of course it does, yeah. Yeah, exactly. From the positioning systems, the GPR working with, the positioning systems with the data tags going into this, you've got your head down working, doing some GPR work, it gives you an audible alarm letting you know that you're in a unsafe area.
And what we can see here, folks, you can't really see it because it's on a computer screen, but we've actually got the model from underneath this section here, haven't we, Shane? And what have we found? What have we discovered?
So we've mapped an area earlier today, and obviously there's a few buried pipes and cables. We've got no stats records or anything like that, and we've not undertaken an EML survey, but just the GPR data has shown us we've likely got some reflections which are likely to be buried pipes, cables or services, and of course we've positioned those as well, so that information can then go into machine control. We can create exclusion zones, avoidance zones, so that the machine operator, when he goes into those areas, can avoid hitting those pipes or cables.
Because it's got depth and position, GPS positioning from there. We've got a similar tablet here that goes into this tablet there, and it all connects us together. So that's the connected work site. I'm a connected person, personal alert, I'm keeping safe. That's a connected underground penetrating radar, and obviously we've got GPS tools that we can, as surveying tools, rovers, etc., that we can survey on top of the ground. And all of this works to the safer connected work site, doesn't it?
We're mapping underneath the ground, above the ground, simultaneously creating a 3D model even before we get to site and those sorts of things, to allow safety in design and all these great things.
And what's really interesting is I spoke to someone earlier from the Alliance that works on highways projects, and they've actually talked, unbelievably, this is a new thing for me, they've actually talked about a digital rehearsal. And that's basically taking all this data and rehearsing about how we can build this road or build it back or the structure. That's fascinating, isn't it?
It's about keeping people off site. That's where the safety implications are, you know, keeping boots off the ground as such. We can do all these things digitally before we get to site. You know, we can have safe, you know, walkways through a site. We know where we're going. People can look at the site digitally even before they visit the site. So those, for me, are really important factors.
Certainly is important, and it's important to avoid different things underground. Utility strikes, not only do they shut down a site, they can kill people, and that is, you know, all about safety. So I've been alerted, I'm safe. I'm safe to come onto the stand now because we've held off that personal alert device. But what's fascinating for me today here, it's about innovation, about collaboration, but you need the data, you need the information, and also you need the experts like you behind the machine so that we can put all that together into a model. After all, folks, it's all about the people. These things are a really great tool to lead us into more innovation and more sustainable, and guess what? More travel towards a net zero world in which 2050, where they're saying national highways, is going to happen. Whether we like it or not, they're on their journey, their road to zero, and guess what? We've just mapped it. Cheers.
Good. Thanks, Peter.